Wagons, they come and they go, and they've been going a lot more than coming. We're over at MSN. Volvo won't sell its V60 and V90 wagons in America after 2021. This sucks. Their wagons are gorgeous, and wagons here in the United States just sell terribly, as we'll find out in a little bit. They don't sell for anything compared to crossovers, and they're just about as practical as a crossover, especially if you get all-wheel drive. They get better fuel economy than a crossover in theory. They drive and handle more like a sedan, but wagons just in the United States, for whatever reason, our culture just hates them, and it sucks. The latest victims come from Volvo, V60, V90. Let's read into it. Both of them removed from America after the 2021 model year. The V90 Cross Country, the lift kitted one, will continue to be offered through the 2022 model year at least. Roadshow also added the smaller V60 wagon will also be pulled from the United States market, except for the Polestar engineered model, which is a plug-in. Less than 1,500 V90s have been sold in the United States since 2017, and the majority have been the Cross Country. So they're going to get rid of the lower, more sedan-like riding wagon. The Cross Country probably is more like a Subaru Outback. Probably the closest thing out there, but the Volvo will be a whole lot nicer than that Subaru. Now, Volvo CEO Håkan Samuelsson announced the automaker would soon ditch its traditional wagons in favor of new crossover models, and these cancellations might even flow into Europe. Did I say Europe? I'm just so frazzled by this. And the reason is Volvo Concept Recharge, which was just announced a couple weeks ago. This is supposed to be coming as a production model in some shape or form in the next year. This thing looks like a V90 Cross Country that's not quite as good looking, but it's still cool. It'll be fully electric, and that is really the successor of the V90 is going to be this Volvo Concept Recharge, whatever they decide to call it. They haven't named it anything yet. They said it's going to be named like a child, so call it Thor or something. I think that sounds cool. Volvo Thor. You know, they have the Thor's hammer headlights. But I'll see you down in the comments about the cancellation of the beautiful Volvo wagons. We've had them forever, seems like. You know, my uncle had a 200 series wagon back in the day, and yeah, it comes as sad. But we have lots of Volvo news to talk about today, and Polestar as well. Volvo Cars and Geely Holding, which Geely owns Volvo. Geely is a Chinese investing company. They create Aurobay for joint powertrain operations. So very interesting that Volvo is going to have a huge role to play in designing the powertrains for their vehicles going forward. It's not just going to be Geely only powertrains. It's going to be a joint venture, and Volvo Cars will transfer all assets in its wholly owned subsidiary Powertrain Engineering Sweden into its Skövde, butchered that I'm sure, Sweden-based engine plant, including the related R&D team, along with its engine plant in China and other relevant assets to the joint venture in the coming months. Again, to get you up to speed, the company aims for 50% of its global sales volume to consist of fully electric cars by 2025, while 50% will be hybrids. You're not going to have any normally turbocharged or supercharged turbocharged four cylinders coming anytime soon. Well, at least with new products, it's all going to be hybrids. More than likely, they're recharge hybrids, so plug-in hybrids and fully electric vehicles. And with these powertrains supplied by Aurobay, by 2030, it plans for every vehicle it sells to be pure electric. For Geely, on the other hand, the new entity will benefit from the addition of the strong R&D team and technologically advanced and efficient combustion engine and hybrid powertrains for its portfolio brands, creating a strong base for substantial operational, industrial, and financial synergies. Interestingly, the new standalone business also has the ambition to supply customers outside of Geely Holding Group and aims to be a leading player in the supply of high-quality, low-emission, cost-effective powertrain solutions. We've talked about this sort of thing happening quite a bit in the auto industry right now. Yamaha, with their small powertrains, really high power efficient and space efficient powertrains are on the market right now for people to put in their vehicles. So Geely's wanting to do the same thing. And I wouldn't be surprised if Toyota is doing something very similar with all their electric platform, electric motors, and batteries too that they're developing with Panasonic. Changing gears to Polestar, which is Volvo's fully electric brand, they're in an S-Pack merger talks with Gora's Guggenheim. This could potentially put Polestar on the trading market for a value of $25 billion. And they really want Polestar to take down Tesla and make Lucid Motors dead before they can get off the ground. I mean, that's pretty lofty. And I don't know. I think Polestar to me is redundant because Volvo is going full electric. So why do they need an additional fully electric brand? Volvo's already luxury in my opinion. So why do they need Polestar? Guys, riddle me that. I'll see you down below. I want to review some Polestars, give you guys some hands-on impressions of them, and feature them on the channel. But I still struggle to wrap my head around the purpose of Polestar. It would be one thing if Polestar exists as a really high performance, high luxury brand. If Volvo is a much lower brand in the automotive segments, but Volvo's like arguably luxury. I think they're luxury. What do you guys think? Last piece of Volvo/Polestar news, experimental Polestar 2 appears at Festival of Speed in Goodwood. And check this out. It has 476 horsepower. Now, the Polestar 2 already goes 0 to 60 in like 4.1 seconds. So with this additional power, I think it's around 60 more horsepower or so. It's going to get under 4 seconds, 0 to 60. And it has some upgraded suspension pieces. It's lowered Öhlins for the suspension dampers. The whole body is much stiffer, and it has, it's just a performance variant of their 2. It's based on the long-range dual-motor Polestar 2. So if Polestar is going to go down this route as more performance, maybe that's how they can have some sort of market differentiation with the fully electric or soon-to-be fully electric Volvo brand. Guys, that's it. Volvo news today, V90, V60, just about a year left here on the market. The higher ground clearance ones across countries, they look to be sticking around for a couple more years, but eventually they're all going to be replaced by fully electric wagons, like that concept recharge that we saw just a couple of weeks ago. Guys, I'm going to end it there. A little bit of Volvo news, a little bit sad, interesting Polestar stuff out there as well. I'll catch you in the next video. If you enjoy Volvo news, throw a like on there, subscribe as well so you don't miss any more Volvo reviews and news updates like this. I just reviewed my first Volvo, the XC90 Recharge. Super fun vehicle, super nice, and inside a little cramped. Anyways, check out that full review if you haven't. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.